Hi, YouTube. Welcome on in. Hey, I am beyond excited to be here. It is ReZero time. It is ReZero Thursdays, Fridays, really, for stream. I just had a really bad nap that woke me up in the yesteryears. Anyway, I am really like every single time we do ReZero, I always feel like I leave with more questions than answers, and that's a really good thing. If ReZero is able to go ahead and like put itself and put the themes, the plots, everything in so deep in that manner, it's doing a great job, right? However, I am curious, how many episodes is this season? And I genuinely mean this because I saw some controversy that was being thrown around that like apparently someone had said that it was going to be 32 episodes, it was going to be broken up into four core, then others were saying no, it's only going to be, it's going to be like a standard 16 and then another season. So how many episodes is there going to be, right? And then is this continuous course without like breaks, or is it like one whole season and then we got to wait another 2 years or a year for the next season? But other 16 got delayed to the point of it being rebanned, which makes sense. Like he has no control over that. Like if Ice was the one that said that, there's no control over that, right? And I want to go ahead and highlight that, right? Because oftentimes we get information, and this goes to everyone. We get information, and we're like, hey, you know what? This is the planned areas, and then all of a sudden something comes through, something can happen on the production side of things, and it'll just delay shit out. It is what it is. It happens. So I do have a follow up question. This is for all you light novel readers and people out there. How much information is critically missing that the anime does not cover or has not covered so far, but is in the light novels? Like on a scale of 1 to 10, right? Or if you were to give it a percentage wise, how much critical information is being dipped due to like the anime's pacing or the runtime that the anime has that is not being covered at all? But it is super duper important, like for people to go ahead and understand and know. And around 70%, so seven out of 10. Season 2 is the worst offender. Ooh, downplaying Subaru scenes. In season 3, majority is there. For season 1 and 2, there were a few. Season 2 and season 1 has cuts. Now I'm gonna go ahead and toss it even further. There's just a couple questions that I really wanna touch on. And before we even touch the board, this board of truth is a board of magic. Whiteboard on the wall. Can you tell me the future of the show? But no, specifically comes in the main elements of this, right? And I have like a ton of questions that are just revolving inside of my head at all times. But the first major point that I want to go and bring up with this is, how do you feel whenever people don't fully understand, not even fully understand, conceptualize a small fragment of this show and call this show like if it's another generic isekai? That's one of the stupidest arguments that I've heard come from some of the general public, where they'll go ahead and put like My Hero Academia or like a shonen anime on top of ReZero. And I'm like, I've seen an episode or two of My Hero, and I do not get the same depth as I do for ReZero. Like, and this is me just being completely objective in a lot of shows, right? It's like I look at these things and I'm like, what are the themes that are being presented and why? And what are the elements that are being highlighted in here? People who watch episode 1 and say it's average, it's pretty frustrating. Indifferent, really. People have their opinion. Most of the time, likely people who either have seen it or have specific context. It's popular. I think that there's a big semblance of like, if it has action scenes, it's popular, or if it, I don't know, if it doesn't make you think, then it's a good show. But if it makes you think and makes you uncomfy, then it's a bad one. And that is a weird semblance, a weird tipping point that I see anime culture in. Because at the end of the day, like, we have to have opinions on certain things. We have to go ahead and, be okay with disagreeing with one another, but be able to discuss why. Being uncomfortable has become taboo these days. Absolutely. But ladies and gentlemen, you guys are here for the psychology aspects of things. I really, really appreciate you guys coming on through and like literally joining me week by week, episode by episode. No, I'm not gonna bring a political commentator to talk about anime and try and go ahead and influence you guys into talking about weird fucking political shit out there. No, I'm not gonna go ahead and be like, oh, I'm gonna go diss anime while only reading manga or vice versa. None of that shit applies here. You know, I'm not some sort of trash taste, if you per se, if you would label it that way. But I am an individual that's very warm and welcoming and loves to go ahead and ideals and even differences of opinion that is able to go ahead and come on through and have a discussion, a genuine discussion about anime, and have the ability to sit down, look at the characters, look at the scene, and expand our knowledge. And that is the key element there, right? Anyway, with that being said, why don't we start off with the first question that got asked, which I think is super duper important. Regulus. Chat, poll time. Mods, throw up the poll. Do you guys think that if Regulus got therapy, he could be saved? That's Loki, by the way. Do you guys think that if Regulus got therapy, he could be saved? I'll give you guys my opinion a bit. I know Loki already hates that I brought up the name. Oh, man. Yes, no? Yes, no? Oh, mods? Where's the poll? Hold on, let me make this poll for you guys. Regulus therapy. That is the name of this poll. Stop. You guys are violating Loki's rights. Yes, he can be saved, or no, he can't be saved. Oh, okay. You guys are already doing it. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, can Regulus be fixed? As you guys are watching this, I'll give you guys my professional opinion about this. Oh, as you guys are going through. Wow, you guys are cementing that lead. You guys are cementing that. Okay. Therapy is only effective if an individual wants to be active in the services that are being given, right? Therapy and mental health doesn't magically change that just because you interact with the psychologist, all of a sudden you're going to magically get better, right? Just because you have a friend that does therapy and you talk shit to him and you know you're right next to him, that you're automatically going to start getting better over your narcissistic tendencies or whatever's there, right? Therapy has to come from within. And that's a huge aspect of like why therapy is important, is being able to go ahead and understand that number one, you have to take accountability. Number two, you have to go ahead and step up to the plate and be willing to be wrong. And that comes the main point, right? Is Regulus willing to be wrong at this point in time? In the future, maybe when he reaches a point where, you know, like let's say that he's deep in a hole, you know, he feels as though there's water that's just crushing him and like he's drowning, he might at that point in time be like, hey, I need help, right? The same way it affects most of us, right? Where at some points in times when we're in like the deepest pits of our life and we feel like we're drowning, we're like, hey, I need help. But what are you guys this guy but at that point in time, like oftentimes it's a little too late when it comes to certain scenarios, right? And I genuinely mean that. So by that I mean it's a little too late in that like oftentimes it comes from the repercussions of the actions that we've taken that are now impacting our lives. So the question still stands, and I guess I'll ask this for you. Have you ever asked? Okay, and I'm not. I'll ask this in this format. Have you guys ever wanted help but not been able to say so? I know I have. I know that there was times where I was completely drowning, where I let my hubris take the best of me, where I was very upfront and I thought I had everything in the bag, and then my pride took over, right? And it was very hard for me to come out and say, "Hey, you know what? I messed up. I need help." It was very hard for me to go out and admit that. Um, but by that time, there was a lot of consequences already brewing up, and it was time to take accountability and take what would come from that. So, is there room? Like, can Regulus change if he realizes that? Yes. Anyone can change. Anyone has the capacity to change if they are open to it. However, if I still had that mentality like I had back in the day, and like, pride was at the forefront, or a certain emotion was completely driving me, then I would just keep running around in circles, right? So that's the main element with that. Regulus is an incredibly interesting character overall, and I'm sort of wondering, like, how is this going to play out, especially going forward? Yeah, hopelessness and learned hopelessness. If that, really, really interesting. I think Regulus overall is a very, very interesting character. Ed was the missing Archbishop of Pride all along. I know. You guys are going to see me animated, or actually in the light novels. Light novel number 11 is. I don't know if there's a light novel 11. Is when Ed comes out, I'm an Arc 11 character, ladies and gentlemen. You guys don't even know it. You know, nah, he's a definition of stagnation. There's a light novel 11. I know. It's gone well past 11. We're way past that point. Are you way past that point? Oh, I don't know where you guys are at, but sure. Volume 11, Arc 11 is lowballing. We're at light novel 40, but wherever the fuck it's at, wherever it's at, the final chapter, you'll probably see an evil Ed pop up. But no, realistically, Regulus is a character, is an extremely interesting character. It's who the fuck is messaging? Oh, oh, it's a character that for me, I can see why people can relate to him, but I will state this: if Regulus is your persona, seek help. And I don't mean this in a bad way. I don't mean this in a way to target you. I don't mean this in any capacity or in any way, form, shape, or form to make you feel as though it's targeted. But if you if you identify with Regulus and you want to mimic Regulus's personality, that's not it, champ. Just put the fries in the bag. Go seek professional mental health in your area, like legitimately. Because at that point in time, we often find role models or heroes that we try and model ourselves off of, even unconsciously. But in a scenario like this, for me, yeah, just make sure that you're able to go ahead and check yourself in, and find the appropriate help that you need, and through that, right, let's extrapolate a little bit further. Regulus kind of reminds me of one of us, chat. I hate to put it this way. There is someone that likes to yap a lot and will go ahead and defend his pride over the many waifus that he has, and he loves to collect waifus the way he likes to collect Pokemon, and he can never be wrong in any capacity. Oh no, yeah, he has almost 300 wives. I'm gonna be like him. Yeah, change wives to waifus, and all of a sudden we got like the average anime fan, who will literally say that you're violating their rights by saying that their waifu is trash. But overall, I just want to go ahead and highlight it. Regulus is an extremely interesting character. I always love to go ahead and separate the character, right, and their good and or bad deeds, right, from what's actually happening in there, and that's super important. Is there any other character you guys want me to touch on? Also, the beers just arrived. I'll be right back. Any other characters? Loki, come on. What are your thoughts on Regulus, Loki? What are your thoughts on Regulus? Do you like him? Do you hate him? How do you want to see him? Yeah, you tell him. You tell him, Loki. Yeah? Come on. What are your thoughts? You tell him, Loki. He's like, okay, I'm done. He's a good character. Thank you, Lokis. Thank you for breathing heavy into the mic. We appreciate you. He's like, oh, that's it? All right, thank you, Loki. Oh, wait. Pina out. There was a doggo left over. I want to headband that dog. You can. I mean, incredible. Anyway, Loki is so Loki. Oh, yeah, he's great. He's great. Anyway, was there any other character that you guys wanted me to touch on? Eric, thanks so much for the sub. I appreciate it. With that being said, now I can officially touch on this, right? Gluttony, Capella, Reinhardt, Flugel. Well, I have my theories on Flugel, but I want to start off by saying Papa Geese, or, pencil geese, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start off with him. Papa Juice, Papa Geese, and Psyculturists, James and Shadow. Love that guy. Papa Juice. Ladies and gentlemen, from Pedal Geese, let's go ahead and start off by saying this, right? Number one. We know that there's a before and after, right? We know that the Papa Geese before, or Papa Juice before, and Papa Juice after was completely different, right? Beforehand, he was a good guy. Was very caring. Was in love. He was a diligent man. Diligent. There you go. Love that. What happened after? How would you guys describe Papa Juice after? Deranged. He's a bad guy. Insane. Obsessive. Yeah. Trembling, chaotic. Yep. His mind trembled. And we have Pandora right there. Ladies and twisted, misdirect. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, comes in my question. We know that he became a twisted man. We know that he became rather deranged after this encounter with Pandora. How much of an influence, or like how psychologically speaking, whatever Pandora did to him, do you guys think that? Yeah, he got down with the sickness. Do you guys think that that Pandora managed to go ahead and mess with his memories, or mess with his motivation to turn this diligence into obsession, to be able to go ahead and like have a hand in between love and obsession, diligence and being deranged? So comes in my main question. Because Pandora was an external factor that came in and affected Papa Juice, right? You guys can see down here. Ladies and gentlemen, at the very end, who, where, why, how is Betelgeuse? Is Betelgeuse, even after everything that's happened, is he gonna be remembered? Is he gonna come? Is he gonna be this deranged individual? Or is it still gonna be this loved guy? At the end of the day, when we take apart just who an individual is, right? We've done analysis for Betelgeuse back in season 2, and we're able to go ahead and break it down apart into who the core of a person is, especially going down further or whatnot. Would you go ahead and see Betelgeuse as somebody that was the before or the after? Like the definition of a legacy. Exactly this. Exactly. How would Betelgeuse present itself for you? Womp womp womp. Deep questions. His legacy is that Emilia made it out alive. It depends on who I met first. He's definitely memorable, that's for sure. Emilia and Beako remember him, old him. But after? Number one is diligence before and after. He was a very diligent individual. Super important to go ahead and note this and think about that even for yourself, right? For a lot of people, how will you be remembered? Right? Before any major changes that may have happened in your life and even after. How do you guys think that you're going to be remembered in that scenario? And even like that, right? If people were to go ahead and bring you up, right? How do they bring up you, or how do they bring you up in legacy? How do they bring you up in conversation? Is it in a positive or is it a negative manner? Or is it like, in a manner that will get roasted by like everyone on Twitter because of some capacity? Anyway, that's Betelgeuse. Really, really interesting, intriguing questions on Betelgeuse. Um, so, depending on who you ask. Savadio, thanks so much for the follow. We did Regulus, talk a little bit about the therapy behind Regulus. Can Regulus be saved? It's the same answer that we'd probably throw out there for Geese. Can Geese be saved? Right? Real questions. Only if you wanted to. But I'm going to ask you a question. Is Pandora... Wow, I can't... Did I spell it wrong? I think I spelled it wrong. A psychopath or a sociopath? That's the question of the day. Probably a sociopath. The difference between a sociopath and a psychopath. Sociopaths are created by external agencies. An external agent comes through and creates an individual to be this way. A psychopath is naturally born, naturally created, with no influence necessary by an outside agency. That is the difference between a psychopath and a sociopath, ladies and gentlemen. Is she naturally this way, or did something from the outside influence her? Because either or can shape the story a long way. It's banking on her nature, at least from what we've seen so far. Can't answer. Do they have to be unaware too? Not necessarily. A lot of people can be aware of the changes that it's having to them, and the person can be a-okay with it, right? I always like to go ahead and highlight that because there are individuals who try and use that as an excuse of innocence, right? Where it's like, oh, I know what was happening, but I couldn't control it, but they still gave in, right? No, you can only be one or the other, right? Because the comorbidity is exactly the same or very, very, very similar in terms of not comorbidity, the symptomology. So you're able to go ahead and get a lot of those similar aspects of things. The only key major difference is how this happened to be. Was it natural or did this come from an external agency? Right, right. So, chat. Here's my theory. Can I cook? Can I cook for a bit? Sorry, YouTube. You're probably not gonna get this because YouTube likes to be really, really rough with any sort of music. So let's start the cooking session, shall we? It's a box. It's a Pandora's box, right? Don't open it. There can be one more. Fuck it. Whatever. Doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't have to be perfect. You guys get the imagery I'm going for here. Ladies and gentlemen, when we look at these scenarios and when we look at the impact that Subaru has on the world, we have to start, and this is one of the first things that came to mind way back in season 1 and season 2. You guys can check out the videos from back then, right? Whenever we look at a scenario like this, there were already pieces on the board, right? So for example, let's go ahead and put, I guess, Pandora up here. Right? There were already pieces on the board that was happening across time and across space. Oftentimes, whenever we look at scenarios like this, we have to start thinking about the best interest or the vested interest at heart here, right? So, for example, one of the big pieces that we can definitely put right in the middle, wherever the middle might be. In this scenario, I'm just going to put it here. Satala is sealed. Right? Huge impact for the world in general. Satala being one of the pieces. Archbishops. We're going to go through, we're going to create, we're going to put in here the 3 heroes. Yep, 3 heroes. So, the Sage. Tree to B3. I put Echidna. Here's what I would put. I know. Trust the process here. Trust the cooking process. Right? A food isn't fully served until we're finished with the meal, right? tree. Well, I guess we can put. Anyway, you guys can keep filling it out. My main questions as we're going through with this, right? Imagine building out a full board. And in the middle of this full board, I want you to go ahead and put Subaru right in the middle. Subaru comes into this piece, into this world, as sort of the immortal pawn. The pawn where we have different forces trying to go, yeah, whoever the fourth player is, I don't know. But the pawn who's right in the middle, who forces are trying to go ahead and exact their power over, right? Because if they manage to get Subaru to take a step to the left, align with Roswell, Echidna gets a point. If they manage to get Subaru, I don't know, I'm going to put in here like, do something that aligns with whatever. I put Flugo in here just because Flugo is a very prominent name that gets thrown around. Boom! Can align with Flugo. Guess what? Subaru decides, hey, I'm going to go ahead and be a Sin Archbishop. That's a checkpoint for Pandora as it goes up and or down. Subaru is sort of that immortal pawn. While he doesn't have a lot of power and he's not able to necessarily go out there and be a Reinhardt of the world and be able to go and destroy certain things, right? He is still an individual that's able to influence the board as can be. He can definitely influence people and be that aspect of change. So comes in my main aspect. Echidna comes in with a lot of knowledge of barriers, knowledge of control, knowledge of 1,001 things. And for me, based off of season 2, I don't think she's dead. I think that for some reason we played into this game and Echidna became the fourth player or the third like big player. Whoever the fourth player is, I don't know. It can be somebody else from a major story, a major event. You guys might know in that regard. So in comes in the main aspect of things, right? When we come on through here, I know Ed is the fourth player. When we come in through here, we have to start acknowledging the past. Right? Whatever this is for the future. The present. And I guess whatever this will be. Comes in my why do you think the fourth party needs to exist? I think that the fourth party is there, but it's one of those instances where either they haven't been introduced to the story yet, or if it's a three-way fight, it's a three-way fight, right? Because you can definitely flesh it out either way. But the way that I see it is I can definitely see the fourth party can literally be politics, where you have political natures of multiple countries, nations trying to get this immortal pawn to start moving in their way if it were ever to go that way. However, it can also be like 1,001 other things that can fill in a macro level system of thinking that is trying to go ahead and exert some sort of power and or control over Subaru. People in the past were playing a game. Subaru was just unlucky enough to get held in the present. Now there's a game between different regions, times and spaces that are fighting together to try and see the influence of this. My number one theory that can go ahead and be, it could be Satella for that reason. Yeah, absolutely. My number one theory that like can reaffirm that Subaru is actually turning into the fifth player. Where can I put this? Subaru. Because when Subaru reaches a corner as a pawn, what happens to that pawn? Exactly. That pawn gets promoted. That pawn gets promoted. So it makes me wonder, logically speaking, for Subaru, in order to become a king, yeah, I was about to say it needs more dimensions. I really wish I could expand on it more, right? Is Subaru a pawn of Emilia by his own actions? That's the difference, right? Is yes, he loves Emilia. Yes, he cares for Emilia. He would do probably anything for her. But there are times when his actions and her actions don't coincide necessarily, right? So, well, we can talk about that in a micro level, but in a macro level, there's a lot more happening in here, right? But let's talk about this for a second. What happens if Subaru takes sloth, takes greed, takes gluttony, takes wrath, takes all the archbishops, and ends up over here? If he's able to take them out in some way, shape, or form, get their power, what happens when he reaches this promotion square? Is this a victory for this individual? Does this individual decide all of a sudden to jump in? Or does Subaru not have the capacity to start fighting against the past and against whatever's being expected of him? And whatever this expectation is. If this were to come through. Is collecting these pieces essential for this hidden locked area piece, whatnot, to be unlocked? For example, since Subaru is in the middle and we're putting him as the central piece of this board, if Subaru were to go through and collect all of the archbishops like Pokemon powers, would that in any way, shape, or form affect whatever's happening or whatever has happened to Tsutella? Does that influence the past? Does he then have the powers to fight fate? Like it's exactly Ziff. Exactly. Does he then have the power to fight fate itself if fate was already being pre-established for in the past? Same thing with Echidna. I'm throwing here Echidna out here because it makes me wonder. At some point in time, we're bound to hear about this character. At some point in time, we're bound to hear about this character again, in some way, shape, or form. What traps has Echidna laid? Satella is the frozen piece in the close to the middle of the board that everyone is claiming victory towards, but no one really has moved it. Imagine having a queen in the middle of the board that is unable to move. How useful is that piece towards anybody? For if that is your piece, that sucks. If it's your opponent's piece, oh my god, yes. Now you have an opportunity to move. So King of the Hill for an extra queen. If you think about it, Echidna is indirectly involved with basically every arc so far. So, as we're moving through, we're seeing these different pieces that start to move back and forth, and we start to see Reinhardt and Otto, and all these people start taking up these different roles that are moving back and forth. My question for you is, do you think that any of these characters, this is fate itself, is going to win? Or is Subaru themselves going to fight against fate and create their own board? That is the question. Queen Volcanica, welcome on in. Kyle, so I was just talking about the theory that I have in here. I hate fate and Subaru being Giga Chat. Because if you take Subaru away, who wins? Subaru being the immortal pawn in this chessboard. Who wins the moment that you take Subaru away? We've seen this happen. Pandora and the archbishops end up literally like going through and causing and probably doing a fuck ton of damage, right? So on and so forth. But Subaru being this immortal pawn becomes the center point for all the 4 chess players that we have here. Really, really interesting stuff. That's all I gotta say, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that this makes sense in some capacity. Or is at least interesting to some of you guys. And my thing is, like, have your brain fill in all of these spots, and you have yourself a really interesting goal of, like, trying to understand why Subaru, Emilia, and these characters play such an interesting role going forward. Anyway, I don't mean to keep on yapping, but, ladies and gentlemen, whoo, I believe we have an episode to watch. Also, Kyles, how are you? I hope you're doing well. I'm caught up and basically on the same track as you. Oh, cool. Well, if you're a light novel reader and you're on the same page as me, hell yeah. Hell yeah. That means I'm not doing too bad, you know? So if you guys are like aligning yourselves in some capacity with that, then that means I ain't doing too bad. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Anyway, you came at the best time. I miss being here teaching me. No worries. I appreciate you showing up, though. That's actually pretty amazing. Thank you so much. You're incredible. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's jump right into it. We're 43 minutes in. We're like 45, if we're being honest. Sorry, YouTube. There's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to touch base in, and we could go at it for hours and hours on end. Anyway, let's do it. Let's do it. She's so beautiful. I can't. I'm gonna back it up a little bit. Hold on. Yeah, I know the audio's a little quiet. That should be better.
レーグルスの無敵のからくりと花嫁さんたちには関係がある。あいつを裸の王様にするにはみんなに小さな王国から出てきてもらうしかない。だからその方法を。
よかった。まだいてくれて。お願いみんな、私の話を聞いて。
This is such a critical moment, and I love the fact that, number one, none of them have moved, right? They're all still there. So how can Emilia do this? How can Emilia gather everyone's support? Especially because you don't know what everyone's feelings might be in some capacity, right? Yeah, it looks like they're all literally frozen in time, right? Exactly. You empathize with them. You have them connect with an emotion, whatever emotion that might be. We all have shared experiences, whether that's happiness, lust, love, anger, regret, whatever that may mean. If we're all able to connect in an emotion, right? And I've seen the most broken people that have completely disassociated. That, like, I'll share this with you guys, and I really want to take this to be a moment that's a little serious here. There was an individual that would come to therapy a long time ago who had gone through literal hell. Like, everything that she had gone through, I can't even begin to explain it because I don't know how she managed to survive, if I'm being honest with you. It takes a lot. Like, oftentimes a lot of people go through a lot of shit in life and a lot of, like, really, really rough things in life that we compartmentalize, and we often don't know, or we don't fully understand why we don't get along with people, or why we're pushing people away. And it's a lot of that trauma, right? Individual comes to therapy, is sitting there, and is as cold as ice. Literally. Like, you would ask them a question, they wouldn't say anything. They were so into their trauma, their like everything that's happening, that they didn't want to connect, right? And so I remember just being there, and I said, okay, you know what, this is your session, this is your time. I'm gonna go ahead, like, I don't care how long it takes. Like, I'm gonna make sure to try and connect with you at some level, to make sure that, like, you start warming up a bit in starting the process of trust, right? So even if it's 54 minutes, an hour of silence, I'm gonna do an hour of silence if that's what you wish, right? Ultimately, allowing them the opportunity to just be in their feels and speak when they want to speak. I know some of you guys are like, why would you sit there for an hour of silence? Because sometimes people have so much that they've gone through in their life that sometimes silence speaks louder than words. And after 3-4 sessions of nothing but silence, she started speaking. She started just opening up, full of rage, full of like all the emotions that you can think of that just came pouring out of her, right? And it was just an absolute like a bottle that like it was holding so much, it finally started breaking, right? And all of this rage started being redirected and started being like, she could never speak about it because everyone kept pressuring her that she was going to be fine, to get over it. Everyone was putting their thoughts and their belief patterns as to what she should feel, how she should act after all the traumas that she had gone through. 1,001 things, right? And she was going through so much of people's expectations, other therapists, other case managers that were literally just, and not just case managers and therapists, but her own family and people that were expecting her to get over it, expecting her to wake up the next day and be like, oh, okay, something really bad happened to you. Put on your bootstraps, get over it. You'll be fine. Go to therapy, magically you'll start feeling better. All of these random expectations on her that were just weighing while she's still dealing with the trauma that had happened. And as she opened up and she was like, I fucking hate this person. And, just sharing everything that happened at the very end, right? Because she let it all out, like legitimately. And then the next session as well. And, the next session, she started getting more and more comfortable. And I wasn't saying anything. She would literally just come in, sit down, and I wouldn't even say anything. I would literally just I would sit down and then she would just start, let me fucking tell you. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to let you go ahead and speak. And she was just going at it. And at the very end, right, before we fully conceptualize what was going on, she tells me, thank you. You're the first person that has allowed me to speak what I want to speak, what I want to say, without pressuring me to think, feel, or see things a certain way. The first person that allowed silence and the opportunity for me to connect with my emotions. At that point in time, I looked at her and I'm like, now we can start the session. Now we can start therapy. Now that they have let it all out, now that they've managed to go ahead, and of course in a safe environment, right? Because if they're going too much, we're able to go and reel them in. We're able to go ahead and have a base of understanding and allow the opportunity for them to start thriving. In the same way that I see a lot of the girls in here. No, it was wonderful. It was absolutely wonderful. Exactly, Ziegler. Exactly. It's like it was the first person that was there to listen to her. In the same way that if you look at all the wives of Regulus that are here, how many of you guys think that Regulus ever genuinely took the time to listen to any of his wives? When we know that he has them overpowering control and scares them to death and, or tells them that they're going to die and all of these thousands of things, how much repression do you think that these girls are going through, that they're afraid to speak up, that they're afraid to say anything? They probably have so many pent up emotions that it literally takes someone to connect with them at that level that would allow them the opportunity to start showing what is truly underneath that frozen facade. Anyway, sorry guys. I just thought it was an important story to share because whenever I'm looking at a scenario like this, and in case you guys are wondering what happened, literally imagine the worst case scenario out there for an individual, for a particularly for females to go through, and then multiply that by 10. That's all I gotta say. I can't even begin to conceptualize what that must have been through and 1,001 other things. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it out that way, because that was technically her words, right? Was like, just multiply everything by 10. And you know, when I heard the story, I was very much like, whoa. So when we're looking at this and we're looking at everyone in here, that's sort of where it's making me wonder, how can we connect with these girls?
私の話を聞いて。レグルスを倒すわ。そのためにみんなの力を貸してほしいの。戦ってその勝ち負けで正しさが決まるわけじゃないって分かってる。でもここで負けたらきっと大事なことが踏みつけられちゃう。大事なことですか。大事なことは命では。命は大事、すごく大事。でもそれだけの話じゃないでしょ。いいえ、少なくとも私たちにとってはとっくにそうです。もうそれ以上なんて望みたくもない。そんな、あなたは。
But if life is all that there is, how do you feel when he comes up to you and he grabs you by the neck and he brings you on in and he's breathing on you like, you know, like, how does that make you feel? Is that all there is to life, is to go ahead and be able to go ahead and live? What about the emotions that come with life? Anosa. What about what about the emotions that you feel? Are you truly even alive if you can't even feel emotions? Don't you guys hate someone like this that isn't able to go in and let you guys be you? How do you feel about your loved ones back home? How do you think they feel about you of being gone or wherever? You know, all of a sudden you got to start that line of questioning to try and get them to connect in some way, shape, or form. Once you trigger one emotion, oh, Emilia, you're on the right road.
あなたの名前聞かせてくれない？番号じゃないあなたの名前。なぜですか？私、あなたのこと何も知らなかった。なのに何かお願いを聞いてもらおうなんて、そんなの身勝手よね。これ以上話すことはありません。あなたはもう旦那様の花嫁ですらない。私たちとは違うんです。私ね、ハーフエルフなの。確かに私たちは違うと思う。境遇や出身ももっとずっと根っこの部分で違う。でもへっちゃらなの。だって違っていても分かり合えるし、話し合えるし。
I hope you got that, Twitter.
でもへっちゃらなの。だって
Because even if we're different, we can talk and understand each other. We just gotta go ahead and communicate. She's the best, man. The best.
大好き焼きは美味しいもの。何が言いたいんですか？私とあなたは違ってて、それでも大丈夫ってこと。だからあなたの名前を教えて。私はエミリア。ただのエミリア。あなたといろんなところが違うけど、きっと同じところもあるハーフエルフ。あなたを助けたいの。ふざけないで。どうして今さら私たちを人間に戻そうだなんてするんです。あの男は従順な人形であったら満足して、私たちは殺されずに済む。それが私たちの戦いだと、そう信じてきたから。私たちの何がわかるっていうの？あなたたちが優しいことを知ってる。私たちの何がわかるっていうの？あなたたちがすごく一生懸命だったことも分かってる。私たちの何が分かる？あなたたちが助けてほしいって叫んでるのが分かってる。
Emilia. Oh.
助けてってあなたの全部がそう言ってた。目も声もそう言ってた。だから助ける。そのためにあなたたちにも私を助けてほしいの。あなたの力になれと。うん、お願い。 私にあなたたちと私の騎士様やみんなを助けさせてください。
Oh. Oh.
少しお待ちを。聞きたいことがあります。今までみんなに聞いてこられなかったこと。あの男のこと、好きな人はいる？
That's the fucking question to ask. Now everyone's gonna be like, once you get some people to go and start responding to this, it's game over. It's fucking game over. Oh my god! But in a big way, this is a huge move for her. This is an absolute huge, top tier instigation. It's a huge move for her to go from, you know what, all I want to do is live, to all of a sudden her taking this proactive aspect of things, her showing emotions. Anybody else catching that? Her actually going through and being broken down by Emilia to the point where she feels comfortable even showing these emotions. Because Regulus comes back, guess what? She's dead. Regulus comes back, she showed emotions. She asked a question. She's dead. Her going through and actually going this way, her mind has already been made up. As soon as she started showing any form of emotions and that connection with Emilia breaks all ice that, like, you know, can go through 1,001 things. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh no! Oh shit.
死ねばいいのに。昨日より嫌い。明日の方が嫌い。シリュウの方がマシ。話が長くて回りくどい。
He rambles on forever. Yeah. No man either. And now we've humanized her. And now we've humanized her. And now Sylphie from Moshiko Tensei is present in ReZero, and she's been humanized. Let's go. Let's go. But legitimately, what a beautiful moment. What a phenomenal moment to see the fact that they're all able to connect, again, on an emotion. They're able to go ahead and connect on that emotion of, well, I don't love him. Because love can be one of the greatest, like, emotions to try to connect on, or one of the hardest emotions to connect on. In case if you've ever broken up with someone, or if you've ever truly fallen in love with someone, love can be magical, mystical. Oh my god, you know, I'm on cloud 9. Oh, everything they do is great. But if you're in a scenario where you've been in a toxic relationship, or you're breaking up with someone, love is not love. It's all of a sudden turning into a lot of different emotions, and it's powerful and it's beautiful. And Emilia's Emilia's ability to go ahead and empathize with her and legitimately be there in that regard is huge. Absolutely huge. Beautiful approach.
前回一致していたのにずっと言えませんでした。あんな男大嫌いでした。私たちにも協力させてください。
Let's go. Raccoon, thanks so much for the raid. I appreciate it.
本当に私たちがあの男の王国の力の鍵なのですか？そう。何か心当たりはない？残念ながら。あの男が私たちにそんな重要なものを預ける？考えられないわ。間違っているということは？それは絶対。大事なところで私はスバルを疑わないから。
When it comes to things that are important, let's go! Woo! Woo! Subaru is not doubted when it comes to things. Wait, does that mean that when things aren't important, he's doubted? Wait, hold on. Well, hold on. Oh no, it's Jover, guys. It's Jover. Yeah, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, go give Raccoon a big old follow as well. He's there when he's needed, right? The most important element. I know, Raccoon, 31 months. Damn. Crazy how fast time goes. That was a man with good timing at Subaru over. But Subaru is one of the few individuals that you're able to bet on and you know he's gonna come through, right? Which is wonderful. It's phenomenal to see.
あなたたちも何か気づいたら教えてね。
Hey yo.
もしかしてどうしましたか？ちょっと確かめたいことがあるんだけど、シルフィーの力を借りてもいい？もちろんです。じゃあちょっとごめんね。
Hey. Hey, wait, Amelia, hold on.
もちろんです。じゃあちょっとごめんね。
Amelia's first action is just like a surprise. Hey, yo, let me hear you out. Let me hear you out. Hold on. Basado. Oh, great. It's a fucking parasite.
レグルスは自分が花嫁って決めた人の心臓に自分の心臓をくっつけてるんだわ。
The ones that are his brides are the ones that he has decided are his brides. Because doesn't that mean that Emilia also has a bit of Regulus in her? Hold on. Fucking scum. Toxic attachment indeed. Decided. But also ill. But also decided. Would fit his one-sided attachment? Right, absolutely. But I mean, it makes sense with this capacity of just like continuously being able to get up and continuously, you know, not really feeling anything. If his heart's not really in it and it's with everyone else, like, no wonder. And I think I mentioned this. I think I really did highlight this, like back when we were first watching it, that like the key to Regulus was with his wives, right? But I was going more of a dark Ed mode where I was thinking like we kind of just get rid of all the wives and we could get rid of him. That was my thought process. Not so much that he fucking he put a piece of his heart inside of them. Like that's
散々好き放題逃げ回ってくれたけどあっけないもんだよね。さあ、いい加減に浮気女の居場所を話しなよ。そうすれば楽に死なせてあげるから。僕は慈悲深いんだ。慈悲深いなら自分の花嫁を剣能に利用したりは。そんなところまで気づいてるのか。小賢しい男だな。ただ無駄な悪あがきだよ。花嫁たちがお前を裏切らないから。もっと簡単さ。僕の大事な心臓は妻たちに預けてある。でも妻たちの誰が心臓の所有者か僕にも当の妻にも自覚がないのさ。つまりお前を倒すためには花嫁さん全員の心臓を止めな。
Doesn't this sound OP? Damn, bro. Well, time to kill, I guess. Dark Ed, come forward. Regulus, time to meet Dark Ed. Evil Ed here. I'm about to go ahead and fucking wreck her world. God, Regulus is such a rat. So Future Sight is Evil Ed's authority. Here's the thing. Let's say, for whatever reason, Subaru in the long run, not now, but let's say volume 52, he is over here being an expert of all authorities and shit like this. Wouldn't that make somebody that's collecting these authorities kind of OP? In a big way? Like if somebody were to collect a lot of these authorities and stuff, right? Wouldn't that make them OP in some capacity?
いけない。
あの男はどこまで人の心を踏みにじれば。シルフィ、結局最初からこうしていればよかったんですね。
Oh no.
待って、何をするつもりなの。あの男を倒すには重ねられた私の心臓を止めるしかありません。
I mean, couldn't Emilia just freeze them all? And then, like, unfreeze them? Like, it depends on what it could be.
お願い待って、きっと何か方法が。あの男が逃げ道を用意するはずがありません。どうして勝手に諦めるの。そんなの絶対に嫌よ。そうしたらまた誰かが犠牲になって。私何のために森を出たの。心は踏みにじられても体には手を出してこないから今日まで耐えられた。なのにあの男は私たちがかすり傷一つでも負ったら無価値扱いして殺すんです。だからこの傷は私の自由の証。あの男へのこれまでの日々の仕返しにこれ以上の方法はありません。きっと私が死んだらあの男の心臓は次の誰かに移る。あの男が愛せるのは自分ただ一人ですから。ええ、そうね。死のうって思ったことは何度もある。
Oh shit.
死ねば家族のみんなとまた会える。
What in the Manson cult are we? Oh no.
私たちで終わらせたい。
Oh god.
あの男に私たちの怒りを。
Well, I mean, oh god, at this point in time, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It might just be better to freeze them all, and then, like, maybe in the future, come back and unfreeze them, than have them take their lives. You know, tell the wives to put down the Kool-Aid. Oh, don't drink the Kool-Aid. Oh no. But think about it this way, right? This is learned hopelessness. Let's be a matter of fact about it, right? They probably thought that Regulus hadn't trampled on, you know, any way, shape, or form, inflicting anything on their bodies or doing any damage in that way. That learning this, if that's the only thing that they had left, now they truly know that they were completely, I'm just looking at this and I'm like, put yourself in their scenario, and it's like the only way that they can take any action against him is by taking their own life. That's wow. Woo!
お願い、もうこれ以上は。ごめんなさい、違うの。私があなたたちの鼓動を止める。
Hey, Emilia! Hey, yo!
こんな方法しかなくて。謝らないでください。ありがとう。
Emilia, the badass! Oh yeah, and pre-watch. No, bro, it just makes sense. Who's there? Who's talking to them? How, when, why, you know, whatnot. But it comes in, I guess a critical question is, I'm gonna ask it. It's not for the sake of, oh, he's pre-watching. Does Emilia have Regulus in her? If he's the one that decides where his authority goes, does Emilia have Regulus in her?
お前、ああ、死んだふり。死にそうなふりか。信じてたよ。お前は死にかけの敵を見つけたら絶対ベラベラと喋るバカって。おかげでお前の正体は分かったぜ。コケにしやがって。この僕を誰だと思ってる。クソ野郎以外の模範解答がねえよ。この。
Oh shit!
なんて強がっちゃいるが、エミリアにどう伝えりゃいいんだ。
Well,
エミリア、おいおいおいおい、これは。
oh,
お前たちまさか これが人間のやることなのかな。
Now you violated on my rights. You dare assume that they're human? Now Twitter's gonna come after you, Regulus. Now Twitter's gonna come after you. I know, man. Shut the fuck up. All the rights. This is so fucking awesome, though. It's so great to see Subaru and Emilia's team up powers. Like, wow.
これが人間のやることなのかな。何の罪もない妻たちの命。
Oh!
今のはあなたの花嫁さんたちからの絶縁状だと思って。
Consider that the divorce papers. Fucking shit. Damn. Emilia. Oh no.
エミリア、
スバル、怪我は大丈夫？
こっちは平気。それより花嫁さんたちは
みんなレグルスをやっつけたいって。それで
もしかしてエミリア。じゃあこれであいつの獅子の心臓は。
そう簡単にはいかないみたい。
本当に笑っちゃうぐらい不損で、どうしようもなく低俗で、呆れるぐらい無能で、信じられないくらい高顔で、
God.
救いようがないぐらい下等で、いろいろやってくれたみたいだけどさ、残ったのが盛大な犠牲だけ。それってどんな笑い話なわけ？どう挽回するのかな。
そんなわけがねえ。剣能の効果はお前もベラベラ喋って。
大方その尻軽女が数でも数え間違えたんじゃないの？奪った命の数も数えられないなんて完全に殺戮者の発想だよね。
Oh.
どうかしてるよ。
お前
53人。
ああ
53人よ。それがあなたが無理やり押さえつけていた女の人の数。私は命の数を数え間違えたりしないわ。
ふん。でだからそれで何が言いたいわけ？数が数えられて偉いね。
I want to fucking dropkick this guy. The more that he keeps going, the more that you want me to praise you for chronically online, scum of the earth.
で
私すごく怒ってるから、もう許してなんてあげない。スバル、レグルスの心臓はここ。今私の胸の中にあるわ。
Damn, Subaru. Regulus. Never mind. I'm gonna shut the fuck up. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna do that one.
何がおかしいんだよ。
おかしいに決まってるだろう。あのさ、意味わかってる？自分たちで自分たちの首をギリギリっと締めてるんだってことをさ。
エミリア、本気であいつの心臓は。
本当。
Emilia. Emilia. I can return by death. Run over. That's not how it works. We did this one, not the mouth. Oh fuck! That's Reinhardt to the divine protection of open heart surgery. And whenever Reinhardt comes back from the fucking moon or wherever he's at, oh.
美精霊のみんなに確認してもらったし、私も自分で感じるの。私は自分の奥さんにふさわしくないってあれだけ言ってたくせに。
うるさいな。ぐだぐだ偉そうに宣教するなよ、インバイ。それよりも
あいつの心臓は誰でも好きな相手に宿るのか。だとしたら獅子の心臓が延々と逃げ続ける。
どれだけ時間がかかったと思う。試してみれば。他に僕の心臓が宿る場所があるかどうか。
お前
簡単だよ。今目の前にいるその女を殺せばいいんだ。
So hold on, actual question here. Does Regulus's power only affect girls? Or can he decide to marry Subaru in his own mind? Hold on. Whoever he consider his wife. Subaru, you're now my wife. Oh, now Keith. Probably he could. I don't think so. Subaru becomes his man wife. And then just lay a trap for him in that same way, right? Not enough data.
できるわけないよね。
スバル、
待て、ダメだ、挑発になっちゃう。
でも
本当にダメだ。それだけは。
君あれだろう。
Uh-huh.
式の前にでかい声でいろいろと放送してたやつだろう。なんだっけ、滞在司教を殺したとか。笑い草もいいとこだよね。あんな出来損ないを殺したぐらいで僕に勝てるとか勘違いしたんなら。
You're gonna eat those words up, man. I'm gonna fucking pummel you. Oh, it's on, brother. Oh shit, I know. We all know that Geese was a fucking, like, Geese was more of a man than this guy ever was. Like, damn, don't you talk shit about Geese. Geese was more of a man than this guy ever was, right? Fucking make him choke on his words, Subaru. Make him drown, Subaru. Make him literally just absolutely get pummeled, Subaru. You can do it. I believe in you. Don't let anybody disrespect Geese. My man's so twisted. Yeah, it's wrong, man.
ご愁傷様だよ。あいつは滞在司教になる前もなってからも何一つ満足にやり遂げられないグズだったんだからさ。
まさか
Oh shit.
そんなことがやれるのか。だが
Oh.
エミリア、俺を信じて全部任せてくれるか。
スバルならやってくれるって
Oh.
信じてる。
Oh. Get yourself someone that looks at you the way that Emilia looks at him. And the absolute trust with it. The absolute trust that Emilia has on Subaru, right? The ability for her to just be like, yeah, no, I absolutely trust you. Like, all right, I know you're cooking. I know you're going to come up with something absolutely amazing. Like, you can totally do this. Anonymous Gifter, thanks so much for the 5 gifted subs, you go. Thank you. Very, very much. Oh my god. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, you're incredible. Hold on, guys. Sorry, I got... EMT. EMT. Thank you so much, Anonymous Gifter. You're the best. Here you go. Incredible. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's keep going. If Regulus dies, we got to get to a hype train level 5, guys. I believe in us. If you guys want him dead, reach that. Let's do it. Discarded. Thanks so much for the sub.
来いよ、見えざるて。見えざるて。
What the fuck? Oh. Oh.
来いよ、見えざる
I wish I could go frame by frame, but I can actually. I can slow it down. No, I can't go slower than that. Oh, I love my mods. Hold on. I love my mods. Thank you guys. I love the fact that you guys. Whoa. Whoa. That's pretty cool. That is pretty peak. That. I know. I know. Demon wings, dragon wings. Like, what is Subaru? What is Subaru? Remember the Flash's fork deal? Now I'm kind of getting scared. Could you guys imagine that if Subaru, hold on. Imagine that Subaru, for some reason, keeps collecting these authorities. We kind of see these like dragon wing types things. I think so much for gifting a sub things, right? What if we just get a really sad ending? The Sage of the Six Chicken Wings, right? Where that monster that we see in opening one is sort of like the end result. Make him more or less human depending on things, right? Can you overlord on authority? There's so many questions that are coming through. I am so curious. Oh my god. Can you, like, you remember that saying that, like, would you still love me if I'm a worm? Would you still love Subaru if he was no longer visibly Subaru? It looks like Sage, Dragon, and Swordman. Yeah. Ooh. Woo! Anonymous Gifter, thanks so much for the gifted subs. Down! No! What? No! Papa Geese! Papa Geese! No! Oh, and it's regular version him. It's not even the corrupt version him. Now supporting Subaru? He was always there. Oh, Papa Geese, take my hand. I'm here with you. Oh, my heart. Oh. Can you imagine if what is it? Sirius is actually Fortuna in some way, shape, or form? And if Subaru collects her authority, you see her right next to him. And like as this keeps going, it's just just all the people that were genuinely wanted to be there for her. Oh, this hurts. It's like Satella grasping his heart. Yeah. I don't want to even consider that for my heart's sake. Jusu. Oh. Oh, why is this show like this? Why is I know Geese gets the final laugh. Oh, just get married already. Oh.
大丈夫。ちゃんと私の心臓、私の中で動いてるから。
はあ？何なの？自分たちだけで分かり合っちゃって周りは置いてきぼりなんですけど、今の茶番とか三文芝居の説明を。
He can't see that authority? Wait a minute. Unseen hands. No one can. I love how Jack can just fucking cook me. Unseen hands to literally everyone but him. Yes. I could do some fucking prediction wizard level shit, and then I could do some fucking stupid ass questions. Thank you, chat. Welcome to the multiverse of Ed. My God. No, but because then wouldn't that make Geese like extremely fucking terrifying to the other archbishops if they couldn't necessarily see his moves or attacks? Oh, well, yeah, that is the point. Duality of wizards.
お前気づいてないのか。ああ、足元濡れてるぞ。え？お前ら。お前。
Oh, what happened to your powers? Woo! Ah! Oh my God. The authority of greed. The authority of greed. Wait, what's the actual translation? Hold on. The authority of greed. What do you do with the authority of... How can you trample on my authority? Why did you people do with my authority? Okay, what did you people do with the authority of greed? To my authority of greed. That makes more sense. Guys, thank you so much for everyone that gifted a sub. You guys are the best. Thank you. How did you do to my authority, my rights? That makes Crunchy. I'm guessing this came from Crunchyroll, right? What the fuck, bro? You're a multi-million-dollar organization and you can't get subs right? Jesus, bro. Like, my God. Crunchyroll as usual. Oh. お前たちなんかがどうやって強欲の権能僕の権利をあれだけ見ててわからねえなら説明しても無駄だよまあ単純な話あれだお前なめくしてる間に敵に逆襲されたんだよ Fuck, Subaru. Oh. 最初の花嫁さんたちの分ちゃんと当たってあげてふざけるな Oh, she's taking him to town! Woo! Get that fucking left right going! Subaru, man, I wish that was me. Oh no! Oh. True, deserved. Just make that a 10-hour video. Oh no. Oh. これで最後花嫁さんたちの分はおしまいあとはちゃんとやられてグルースゲーム Excuse me?
そういうことか。無敵化するために自分の心臓を止めなくちゃならない。完全に時間制限付きの無敵化だな。Oh.
あのさ、君たち今日だとか思わないのかな？あ？二人がかりで一人をいたぶるような真似をして心が痛まないわけ？
Damn. To come from a man that we all wanted to drop kick literally like a couple minutes ago to now kind of feeling sorry for the shadow of a man. You know, bullying is bad, okay? Bullying is a very bad thing, okay? We don't take bullies here. But sometimes you gotta get bullied, okay? Just like this man. Okay, honestly, he deserves to get bullied. That's all I gotta say. You'll never hear me promote it in any way, shape, and or form. But this man right here, I'll sleep easier tonight, you know?
それって人として大事な部分がどうかしたんじゃないの？
お前本当にすげえな。つまりお前はあれか、2対1なんて卑怯者のすることだから1対1で正々堂々戦おう、そういうわけか？
そうだよ。僕を誰だと思ってる？魔女教大罪。
Okay, if you want a one-on-one, wait till Reinhardt gets here. As simple as that. Wait till Reinhardt comes back from the moon. Like, sure, let's have a one-on-one, bro. Sure, cool, bro. Not against me, not against Emilia. Hey, Otaku Spirit, how you doing? Yeah, Emilia has some fights so far. Oh, this is fucking great.
担当のレグルス・コルニアスだぞ。
言ったことがすぐに変わるし、話してる内容は空っぽでよくわからない。私、あなたのこと世界で一番かわいそうな人だと思うわ。
叫るな。この僕をコケにしたことを後悔させてやるからな。
レグルス、お前との一騎打ち受けてやってもいいぜ。
そうだよ。そうこなくっちゃ。もちろん騎士が自分のご主人様の後ろに隠れて応援してるだけだってことはしないよね。
そうだな、騎士が戦うのが道理だ。だからまたになっちまうが、最後は任せる。分かったよ。
No! Reinhardt, what the fuck? He just comes in like the fucking Space Force, aligning my lasers. I got it from here. Oh shit. Oh shit. Call me Beep if you want to reach me. Hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby. Lasers, pew pew. This is so fucking good, dude. I was like, wait a minute. Why is he looking up? Oh no.
お前との一騎打ち受けてやってもいいぜ。
そうだよ。そうこなくっちゃ。もちろん騎士が自分のご主人様の後ろに隠れて応援してるだけだってことはしないよね。
そうだな、騎士が戦うのが道理だ。だからまたになっちまうが、最後は任せる。分かったよ。挑まれた一騎打ち、騎士として受けよう。
My God!
空の彼方までどうやって？
確かにあれには困らされたよ。
And then you got the divine blessing of, I don't know, having farts bring you back down to earth, or, you know, the divine blessing of literally aura. But, like, I can see him just coming up with the random divine blessing that stopped him from, like, struggling, yeah.
ただ、君は一つだけ間違えたね。
No way, he actually... Oh no! He actually did wanted the Dragon Ball Z. Oh no! Wait, how could he breathe in space? Divine blessing. I don't even have to guess it. He's the first astronaut. We don't even gotta guess or understand how he's, like, you know, divine protection of moon breathing, divine blessing of fuck everything.
ルグニカ王国この騎士団所属フェルト様が一の騎士牽制の家系ラインハルト・バン・アストレア。
待っておかしいだろ。 りえないありえないありえない。なんで僕がこんな目に遭わなきゃならないんだよ。僕は魔女教滞在司教強欲担当レグルス・コルニアスだ。この世で最も満たされて最も子として完成された心身ともに揺らぐ余地のない存在。僕は悪くない。何も悪くない。お前らが悪いんだ。お前らが僕を哀れんでかわいそうがって一人にするんだ。笑い声が聞こえる。僕を見ているだろう。僕を見て笑ったんだろう。
Me too, though. Let me just fucking. Let me just fucking. Oh my fucking god. Me too, though. Wait, hold on. Let's do this right. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, we gotta get this to go all the way back if it should. Where was it at? Where's it at? Here we go. But can I do this? Let me start turning. Get the arms out. Get the arms out. I want to spin. Oh no. Oh.
僕の最初の妻は何をしたって笑わなかった。ただ綺麗な顔でずっと僕を見ていた。妻の家族を殺して妻に言い寄る人間をみんな殺して二人きりでずっと彼女は笑わなかった。それでいい。妻は笑わなくていいんだ。笑わせられなかったんじゃない。笑わなくていいんだ。笑わない顔が綺麗だったんだから笑わなくていいんだ。待ってよ。
Oh.
なんで笑う。やめろ。どうして最後の瞬間にだけ笑う。
Oh.
笑うな。笑うな。
Now they're all laughing at you. It's time. It's time. But all of a sudden, this is a retribution moment where he knows, right? All of the decisions that he's made, right? They've now taken their action against him. If he tried to stop them from showing emotion, right? Now the divorce finally comes through and sets them free. Look at the smiles. Look at the smiles. Look at all the smiles from everyone. Yeah. Yeah, because ultimately you didn't love them. Or they didn't love you. He misinterpreted them being glad to finally die. And look, like a little kid, he goes into fetal position. Don't get me wrong, I know that he's falling and he's going through all of this, right? But like a little kid, he can't conceptualize the aspect that he was wrong. Like he literally has to baby himself. He is a little king, right? No more spleen. He's like, okay, this is it. This is the end.
本来の決闘であれば
Damn!
戦う意志をなくした時点で僕も剣を引くところだけどね。化け物め。そうだね。僕は化け物を狩る化け物。君の運命を受け入れる時だ。
Spin! Spin! No, you have to spin! You already did it before. Oh, shit. I guess this is the deepest hole he's ever been in his life. We just gotta make sure, that we climb out of the hole of depression and that we don't drown in the hole of depression, right? That's the key thing with scenarios like this. If you ever feel like you're going into a deep pit in your life, just make sure that you're able to, know that there's a way out, right? Know that, like, even though you might be feeling a lot of emotions, a lot of stress, whatnot, that you're not gonna drown from them, right? That these emotions won't necessarily get to you or be suffocating. It's up to you to be able to go to mitigate them. Seek help in case you're in a deep hole like that.
の3人は絶対殺す
Oh.
特にあの女だけは許さない79番目の妻の予定だった女そもそもその番号はもともと別の思い出したあの女僕をコケにした79番とペテルギウスが大事にしていたガキだ
No way. Wait.
これで僕が死んであの娘が母親とペテルギウスの仇を取って幸せになるなんてヘドが出る
Don't drown, bro.
ヘドが出る
This reminds me so much of season 1 when Subaru got the light in his eye. When the switch happened, season 1, episode 1, from the grocery store to when he came into this world, and he went without having the light in his eye to having lights in his eye. Like that was such a powerful moment that I felt a lot of people just completely missed and didn't even care about. But I'm looking at it, I'm like, the emphasis on the eye and the light surrounding that eye is damn.
すっきりしない顔してんね。
レグルスなんだけど、私どこかで会ってた気がしてて。
初対面じゃなかったってこと？それならいつ？
それがね、思い出せないの。
あの女が僕が死んで喜ぶなんてくそー絶対にごめんな絶対に絶対絶対絶対絶対絶対絶対絶対絶対絶対
So his light is out. So Subaru was dead in a big way, metaphorically, before he came into this world. And now we see that Regulus can't take the first big hit of his life and he just instantly dies, He drowns in his own self-pity party. Which killed him first, his heart or drowning or a mixture? But yeah, that's a good question. But that is beautiful animation. It's very poetic. It is. And it's powerful to even look at and conceptualize, right? Like how little beats his storytelling like that with the light in his eye going out here. And then if you take back season 1, you look at like, wow. Wow.
レグルスって
Wow.
私とどこで会ってたんだろう
Oh, no way. Oh, no way. He's gone? Like, that's it? That's game? Rest in peace. I don't even know who you are. He's gone? Oh, shit. Okay, yeah, let's go. Game over. One down. One down, ladies and gentlemen. Sounds really familiar, but I can't think of why. Game. 2 more to go. 2 more to go, ladies and gentlemen. 2 down. 3 more to go, no? 3 more to go, no? Or 2 more. 2 more to go, yeah. 2 more to go. Wrath got taken down, right? Regulus is still there. Oh, wait. No, don't do that to me, Kyles. Don't do that to me. That's face. Technically, it's 3 because there's 2 gluttonies, right? Lust and 2 gluttonies. But then who's left of the Sin Archbishops? Who's left of the Sin Archbishops? If we have, who's left? Aside, like, let's say they take out lust and gluttony. Pride? Author confirmed that he was technically the strongest because of his arrogance. Oh shit! There is no pride. No, man. This episode flew by. I can't even. We're also doing the break time in just a bit. Let's jam out, guys. 2 down, 3 to go. Dum 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 dum. Woo! Oh. 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 She can finally show emotions. Oh. 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 Wilhelm. Oh. I could completely forgotten. Oh, what the fuck? King is here? Oh, what the fuck? I didn't know that they allowed Street Fighter characters here. Oh no, Tony the Tiger. Oh no. Tony the Tiger. They're great. Oh, Morbin, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Honestly, what a spectacular episode. What an absolutely spectacular episode. I can't say enough about this episode. Legitimately, it was amazing. It was probably one of the best. Legitimately. Guys, what would you guys rate this episode out of 10? For me, this was a solid 10 out of 10. This was cinema. This was fucking cinema. The way all the characters interacted with one another and pushed like the limits and the boundaries to go ahead and attack Regulus and take him down. Huge. Cinema out of 10. The best episode of season 3. 9.5 out of 10. The art and the visual representation of things were absolutely amazing. 0 out of 10. Here's an edit of the. Wait, hold on. Okay, let's watch that first. Hold on, before we move into the break time. All right, let's do it. Let's see. Staggered. Oh no. Full combo. Oh, it's so good. Oh, not Asmongold. Please. Ultra combo. Honestly, amazing episode. I really love the fact that they're so like in tune with one another. This world just keeps building off of one another, right? Where is this gonna go? where is this going to evolve to? I know that we saw the map of ReZero World, and I have a lot of questions. Specific to do with Pleiades Watchtower, if I remember correctly. If that was the name of the watchtower that was near the sand. Kyles, are you there? Question for you. How much of the world map do we actually explore? Like, without spoiling too much. Like, we brought up the world map a couple streams ago. Kyles, we can't say shit. On God. We saw that there was like a couple of key inferences. What do you want to know right now? Specifically about the watchtower that's on the sand, right? There was a watchtower that was on the sand, and then there was like a ceiling thing also in the sand. It was like kind of looked like the watchtower was overseeing that sand. And then on the other side, there was a volcano. Will we explore at some point in time any of those areas? There were other areas I'm still really extremely curious about, specific to do with the forest on the bottom left hand side, and other areas too. But yeah, the graveyard, exactly. The single grave, right, in that graveyard. I am curious where it could all just be fluff, absolutely. Anyway, regardless, I'm really curious to see how this show's going to keep evolving, even past this, what the resolution of this is going to be. Where did everything come through? I am beyond thrilled and excited to see how things evolve. Ladies and gentlemen, color me impressed. ReZero literally steps it up every single time. Ladies, let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, break time.
エミリア様に協力してもらうための集まりだけど、料理人さんが逃げちゃったってどういうこと？探してこいだなんて、ほんと旦那様は無茶ばっかり。そこの娘、聞こえるか？え？よく通りがかった。手を貸すがいいぞ。
Hey, yo.
どうして埋まってるの？ゼロから始めるブレイクタイム。
There's a party going on? Wait. Why has the cook run away? Why are we gathering the help? He doesn't need our help. I do need help. What are you talking about? Oh. Oh. Is she an elf? Wait a minute. Is she an elf? Chat. Wait a fucking minute. Wait a minute. Is she an elf? The ears. Wait a minute. Oh. I was careless and got... Dude, you do look like a character that would cause mischief. Thank you, little girl. Oh. Oh, what a cutie. If she's an elf, how long has she lived? Wait a minute. If she's a half elf or a full elf, how long has she lived? I have questions. Wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute. Her using little girl, like, I have questions. I have concerns. Because all of a sudden it makes me wonder, how much knowledge does she have? And can she, like, for example, already we get to see that she's like a fun, like, character that's kind of clumsy, whatnot. But can she be using this towards her advantage, chat? It's Kirishika. Could she be using this towards her advantage to, like, really see through people? Right? Because if you put on a clumsy act, people often let down their guard, or oftentimes they overshoot and overzeal. Who is she? I am so concerned. I am so concerned, and so, like, I assume like 200 years. Sorry, my mind's racing. One of the disguise cloaks, right?
我が輩はこれまでも気に食わん状況には尻を向け好き放題にやってきた。今回も今後もそうする。何が悪い？でもそんな風だといつか大事な人たちにそっぽ向かれちゃうよ。それは他者に自分の在り方を委ねる弱者の考え方ではないのか？強いとか弱いとかじゃない。誰かに優しくしたくて何がおかしいの？
Right.
優しくするのってすごい大変なの。だってやろうって思わなきゃできないもん。逃げ癖がついたらできなくなるの。だからロズワール様のお手を煩わせないように。はい。それとどんな時も目はいつも開けておきなさい。目はいつも開けておく。弱みを見せない。自分を曲げない。信じるものを貫くために
Oh, Ram.
開けておくのよ。
Ram.
様
Oh.
だから目は開けておかなくちゃ。とろかせたい。いい顔をしている。娘、晩さんには顔を出すのだろ。我が輩がお主に目に物を見せてやろう。結局あなたはどこの誰さん？
Who is she? Why do I like her? She looks like a little troublemaker. Oh my god. Why do I feel like she's just gonna calm down and just If you tell me it turns out to be something fucking silly and I'm overlooking into this, I'm gonna die.
どこの誰さんなの？聞いて驚け。我が輩こそお主を今宵天国に誘う料理人、ディアスレプンクエレマンソブレンファッツバルム6世。
Hold on. What in the Mexican names do you have? Diaz Lepunzo Elemanzo Plane Fasplam the Siete. It's like Juan Carlos Oscar de la Hoya Segundo Jr. Hijo de It turns out a lot of the elves were just like Hispanic, you know. That's Diaz Lepunzo. What the Fatsbomb the Seventh. And bro, I Spanish name Pasado.
すごい変な名前。
Oh, that was. Who is this character though? Like, is she gonna come up later on in the season? Like, did they just introduce like a character randomly? Is she gonna come back up, or only in the side stories? That's okay. I'm interested, but I'm also a little like, what? She's a side character for now. Okay, she's a side character for now. I was asking if Fair Lady was okay game. Nobody thought she'd be animated. Nobody thought that she would be animated. So then she's just a side character. Is she from a video game or something else? Maybe a later arc. Regardless, really, really fun introduction to this character. I don't know who she is, but I'm really curious to see how that's going to go ahead and evolve, you know, and how this is going to go ahead and a side story, and how this might go ahead and, like, you know, not necessarily affect the thing, but like, does this take? Okay, wait, hold on. Question: does this take place before or after the current arc that we're in? She hasn't debuted in the main story yet. Like, does this happen somewhere in between? Before. Okay. Is a side story. Some side story character becomes important later, after arc 4. That's interesting. That is very interesting. Overall, phenomenal episode. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let me know what you guys thought of this episode of ReZero. I don't know. I'm so excited. ReZero has killed it. ReZero has absolutely fucking killed it. They keep doing it week by week by week, ladies and gentlemen. Where are we going to go from here? I have 1,001 questions in this regard. But overall, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you guys are on YouTube, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. It actually helps the channel grow tremendously. It helps us out a lot, especially since Twitch is being a little rough with us in terms of not being able to go in and like put out VODs properly or 1,001 things. Guys, if you guys enjoy it, come and join us every Friday at 6 p.m. Arizona time, usually, unless I'm sick or busy, right? So come and join us here on Twitch. It's a blast. It's a blast. We have literally, you guys get to see it. There's no edits. There's no cuts. There's no nothing. Subscribe on YouTube, unless I oversleep and I wake up thinking it's Thursday. But regardless, ladies and gentlemen, from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys so much for coming here, watching me ramble for the last 3 hours. or so about everything and anything. It means the world to have you guys here. It means the world to have a community that loves to talk about anime and that loves to talk about ReZero. So, guys, if anything, please remember to practice some self care. Ladies and gentlemen on YouTube, I'll catch you guys next time.